Camp number 3, the cautious charismatics. These people in camp number 3, I would say, try to, in a way, control the move of the Holy Spirit. I say they try to control it because in certain circumstances, they will embrace the authentic move of the Spirit. But in other situations, in other ministry settings, they really don't want to see that being in effect. They would much rather kind of have control over how the meeting's going instead of turn it over to the Holy Spirit. And so the cautious charismatic camp believes that the gifts of the Spirit are for today, but they operate in the gifts of the Spirit only in these certain ministry settings. Oftentimes, one-on-one ministry, their personal walk with the Lord, and even small group situations. They'll say, just really go after the gifts of the Spirit and moving in the power of God in these settings. But when we get together corporately, and there's maybe some non-believers present with us, or there's maybe some other people who would have a differing theological viewpoint, why don't we just tame down this whole pursuing God and pursuing the Spirit with all of ourselves? Why don't we just keep it so that we can sort of control what's happening in the atmosphere and in the room? And so the main reason why that occurs, I believe, is because there is an element of shame. There's an element of shame sometimes in what the Holy Spirit's doing because the Holy Spirit does not always act the way that we think he should act. Has anyone had a situation where they were pretty sure they knew how God should move? God, I really think that you're supposed to get me this job with this salary, with these benefits, and then God brings you to a totally different place. The Holy Spirit is supernatural. And because the Holy Spirit is supernatural, he sees things different than we do in our natural mind. And so oftentimes there are going to be occurrences where he's going to move in a way that initially might feel uncomfortable to us, might even offend us a little bit. But I really, really want to get this through. Do not reject it immediately just because you feel a little uncomfortable or because you're worried about what other people might think of what's happening. It's really important that we stake our flag here that you want the authentic move of the Spirit no matter the cost, no matter what it looks like, no matter what other people might say, you're going after that. And so oftentimes with this cautious charismatic crowd, because like I said, of the fear and the shame of what other people may think, or, oh man, maybe we'll run away the unbelievers if they see something kind of a little strange happen that the Spirit's doing in their midst, they just totally kind of nix the whole opportunity for the Spirit to move in corporate settings oftentimes. Jesus operated in the miraculous gifts of the Spirit in all different situations. Like I said, my main mission in life is to be exactly like Jesus. The best that I possibly can this side of heaven, I'm going for that. I'm going for being like Jesus and everything he says and everything he does and every way he thinks. I want to do it how Jesus did it. And so Jesus, in his ministry, never backed away from operating in the supernatural. He did it one-on-one. He did it in small groups. He did it with Jews. He did it with Gentiles. He did it in front of people who believed in him. He did it with people that despised him. He did it in front of corporate settings where there were thousands of people. Jesus operated in this stuff at all times because he recognized that this is the power of God. This is what's going to really bring some dramatic change and effect on the hearts of these people. And so he knew that there was no other way but then to just genuinely operate in the authentic move of what the Spirit was doing.